Alright, looking for some vintage 80s speakers, a CD player, and a turntable. Preferably Techniques in brand, but we'll take what we can get. Google Home. Alright, this one should be half off today. I'm guessing this one is 80s vintage, just by the look alone. Alright, where we left off on the last video, you would have seen these three pieces here. This is my so far build out of a 1980s stereo. I'm trying to stick with the Techniques brand, but the piece I'm adding today is not. So I'll use it because it is within the time frame. It is an 80s piece, but eventually I hope to find all Techniques branded components and have an 80s stack that's all 80s and Techniques. And again, for clarification, like I did on the last videos, some people say Techniques and some people say Techniques, and I'm sure there's a couple of other pronunciations along the way. Here in North America, Techniques I think is generally what you hear the most. One thing I will point out, let me go up just a little bit there. You can see it in frame just a little bit. There's a wire loop there. Shout out to Jason for mentioning you could put just a plain old piece of wire on the back of your tuner and use that as your FM antenna or AM antenna. And even though that's not nearly as long as it needs to be, that small piece of wire really works. I get an extra 7 or 8 radio stations that I couldn't pick up without it. So let me turn it around and show you what it looks like on the back. And this is what the back side looks like. Just a loop on the 75 ohm side. Tried it on the 300 ohm side first. It didn't have nearly as good results. So I tried it on the 75 side, and it worked just fine. So yep, I'll increase the size of that loop a little bit later when I get it permanently mounted. This is on my bench, so you won't see the most ideal setup here. This is just for testing. And again, if you didn't see the last videos, these really cheapo speakers are just for bench testing. I'm on the lookout for some 80s, possibly 80s speakers. I'll settle for just about anything that's got some good sound quality. I'd like some floor speakers if I can get them. This might be the one piece that I don't get vintage is the speakers, but until then, these little cheapy bench speakers will have to do. All right. Let me show you what the next piece I've got is. And here we are. Now due to the length of these things, I'm going to have to shuffle it around. CD player. Got an Onkyo, and this is the, where's the model number on this? The DX-1500 by Onkyo. And let me show you the price on this guy. It was $18 at full price. I waited until the next day. It was when I spotted it. It was at the end of the evening. Came back the next day. It was a white tag day, so it was half off. So this became roughly $9. Plugged it in. It did power up and everything. Hopefully it'll play okay. I love the display on this guy. And it seems to be very well built. So let's get it going, see how it looks. Alright, here's what the backside looks like. And how I know for sure this is an 80s piece of equipment. They have did the kind courtesy there of putting a label on it for me. It's like a manufacture date of February 1989. And not much to see back here. You got your left and right output, and that's about it. Model number, Onkyo DX-1500. And since this is going to be the biggest piece, I'm going to put this on the very bottom. I'm going to restack it all. So this is going to be the bottom piece. And eventually in the permanent setup, you know, this will be on the very top because you want to let your integrated amp vent all its heat out. And it's definitely the hottest component in the stack. So it needs to be towards the top, if not the top. So let's go ahead and arrange that a little bit better. All right, due to the size of the tuner, let me show you that. I'm going to put it on top for now, but it doesn't cover up all the vents for the integrated amp. So we'll just leave it as is, since we're in a temporary setup anyway on the bench. So yeah, let's get a CD in this thing, see how it sounds. I like that springy action. I'm guessing the laser assembly does not move on the inside, and that gets it past the laser when it inserts the disc, and then the disc clamp probably holds it down to the lower level once it gets in there. Just a guess. We'll have to take it apart and find out. Play too much or I'll get a copyright strike there. That is this CD, by the way. Let's try another one. I will say I thought this was the forward and back on the track. That's actually just like a fast forward and rewind. This is actually the button over here to go back and forth to the next track or back to the beginning. I guess that proves the point that it works. So yeah, can't beat that. Cheap CD player. I bought this one on while I was on a road trip. This one came from the thrift store in Castle Rock, Colorado. So these pieces were from all over. And the CDs, I've been getting those at a Goodwill outlet, and they sell them 25 cents per disc. So good deal on the CDs as well. Get $4 for $1. Man, I wish I could have gotten them that cheap when I was buying them back in the early 90s. Anyway, I'll wrap this video up here. This has just been a quick look at the 1980s build-out. Got one off-brand, but on a search for a Technics CD player. Until then, at least I can play my CDs. And I've got a nice FM and AM tuner as well to pull in different channels with. All right, thanks for watching. Till next time, see ya.